Hi, I'm Bonnie Lynn Linke, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and welcome to my studio, Stamping with Bonnie Lynn. Today I am giving you a sneak peek of the Dainty Delights, which is in the new January to April catalog. It goes on sale January 5th, and the paper I'm using, well, let me start with the catalog. This is the new mini catalog. It's just for 4 months. They did it for 6 months last year, but they decided that they're gonna go back to just 4 months. And so this is what we're using today. It's a great catalog. And if you have purchased from me in the last 6 months, and if you haven't received a catalog, please let me know and I'll send you one out. I forgot to have Stampin' Up send them out when I was in the hospital when the deadline hit, so I apologize for that, and I think I've gotten everybody, so please let me know. And then besides the mini catalog, we have the celebration catalog, and this starts also on January 5th and goes through February 28th. And with a $50 order, you get to choose from some items in here, and that's merchandise total. And so there's different items in here you can choose from. The Adorable Owls, Thanks a Bunch, which is carrots. The Dainty Flowers 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, which is being used on today's card. And let's see, what else? There's also the Day at the Farm, which matches the stamp set that's in the mini catalog. There's Sending Support, which is some sayings. And then this beautiful paper here, Favored Flowers, which coordinates with the Fragrant Flowers bundle in the new mini catalog. We have In the Country, which is a stamp set for coloring or watercoloring. We have the Beautifully Happy stamp set, which, you know, I do have it. It's right here. This is it right here. I haven't used it yet. It is a photopolymer stamp set. And you have the stamps that will stamp inside the flowers, so you can ink the inside of the flowers instead of coloring them if you'd like to. And this is the Adorable Owls. Oh, aren't they aren't they a hoot? So, little cliche there. But these are really cute. And these are the cling stamp sets. So I think you'll really enjoy that. And then let's see. Okay, the Beautifully Happy photopolymer set comes with you can choose that on a $100 order. And also is the Dandy Designer Series paper. Now, I did pick out some of this. There are 48 sheets for each of 12 different designs. And the colors for it are Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. So quickly show you these. I love the colors. Those are your Mango Melody and your Petal Pink. And this is Petal Pink. And you got some Fresh Freesia in there with the Mango Melody. And the same on this piece here. And then this is squares. And those same colors. Oh, I love this. Purple is my favorite color, so the Fresh Freesia is a popular one with me. I like the plaid. Then we got the stars here, and this would be the Calypso Coral. Very pretty. And this one would have to be Mango Melody again. Yes. Balmy Blue with some Granny Apple Green on there. Balmy Blue with a blend of almost like a turquoise in there. And let's see, we've got the Granny Apple Green right here. So I pulled out 2 sheets of that. I love the polka dots So pretty. And one more right there. Beautiful paper, 48 sheets, so that would give you lots of paper to create with. And then if we go here, if you host a party or you place a $150 order, you can get the Scenic Garden stamp set, which you can color, or again, you can watercolor with, or even use watercolor pencils. That would be fun too. So, all right. Very good. And for joining, they always run a special with it, and I haven't looked at it yet. And you have 3 different options for your starter kit when you join for, let's see, the exclusive Boho mini machine, which is a $63 value, and your choice of $175 of Stampin' Up! Products for only $129. Or else you can get the original white mini machine and your choice of $175 of free merchandise for $129. And you can have, or else you can get your choice of $175 of Stampin' Up! Products for only $99. So all really good deals. That's a lot of products you get to choose from. And you're only, if you do the $129 option on number 1 or 2, you're only paying $30 extra for the mini machine, and it's normally $63. That is an awesome deal. So if you're interested in joining and would like to find out more, you can email me at bonnie@stampingwithbonnielynn.com, or go to my webpage, stampingwithbonnielynn.com, and there is a place there to sign up to become a demonstrator. So, okay, so now let's get to our card. Okay, I love this. I love the paper. This was the $50 option that you could get, and I really like it. And I watercolored the flowers, the center, and the leaves, and also, I don't know what that's called, but that piece too. But I don't know what type of flower it's called. And for the fresh freesia, I used the time-worn embossing folder for it. Now for this card, I used the Plentiful Plants, the Thank You from Ed, and to cut it out with, I used the Natural Prints, this die right here. And for the card we're making today, I'm making it a birthday card, so I used the Charming Sentiments, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, and this is the framelit that fits around it to cut it out. Okay, so now you see what we're using. I'm using Rich Razzleberry for the card base, but we're going to start with doing our watercoloring first so it has the time to dry. Now I did do some of the flowers already, so I am going to show you how I did it though. Bring out my stamp set. I used for the flowers, I used crushed curry, and I just closed my pad, push the pad part in a little bit, so that, because if you don't push it in, it goes like that, and I didn't want it to do that, so I just pushed it in a little bit. And what I have put in here, because with these newer stamp sets, it's hard to, stamp pads I mean, it's hard to squeeze and get the ink on the top part, this part here. So what I did was I just used my re-inkers and put a drop in there along with some water. And these are the water painters. I really like these. There's 3 different sizes. And so I like the small one for doing my flowers. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the Mango Melody. I do still have ink in here, so I'm just adding a little bit more water. Okay, this is the crushed curry that I started with, and I just kind of went like so. I want it to leave some white because I'm going to put some Mango Melody on top of it. In the center, we're going to actually put a brown dot on there, so that's okay. Now, I don't mind, I know I have crushed curry on this, but I don't mind putting it into my Mango Melody because it is a little bit darker. Oh, I should have done my other crushed curry. That's okay. And I just, now the paper, and I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the paper again. It is the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. It has a watercolor look to it. So that's why I am just watercoloring this card. And you could stamp it, you could color it with your stamping blends if you wanted to. You could use color pencils or your watercolors, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just do this. And Bean's flowers are variegated in color. They're not perfect. This doesn't have, they don't have to be perfect. All right. I like that. So a little bit more, maybe a little bit more crushed curry right there. All right. Very good. So then I just take these and close them up. Let's set that one aside because we're done with it. Oh, you know, I don't have my petal pink out, and that's what I want. So let me grab my petal pink. And I'm just gonna clean some of this Mango Melody and crushed curry out of there. Now I'm gonna do my petal pink. Well, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and that nobody froze too bad. It's been cold up here in Idaho. We got down to 8 degrees the other day, and I'm not used to that. Before we moved to Idaho 2.5 years ago, I lived in Arizona for 10 years and then in Florida for 2 years, and it's still taking me some getting used to. Okay, now I just want to do these flower tips here in petal pink. And maybe put a little bit too much water in there. I may have to give this a second coat. So, but it's been cold here. Tomorrow we're finally supposed to get above freezing. We've had freezing rain. It's actually freezing rain right now. My husband went out to fill the bird feeder, and he said it is slippery on that snow. And we were at my sister's last night, and when we came home, that's when the freezing rain started. Luckily, we got home before it got too bad. So I hope the rest of you have kept safe with this horrible weather we've been having across the country. I know for a lot of areas it's pretty normal, but still, it's still dangerous even though it's normal. My first 12 years of my life, I lived in Southern California, and my parents moved up to Oregon. And I mean, that first winter, the wind chill got down to 30 below. And I was 13 then. And it was, I had wondered what they did to us, moving us from sunny Southern California to, oh shoot, I just dropped the Mossy Meadow ink on my top. Oh well. So yeah, it was a big shock. And I know in Idaho, we've had a lot of people move up recently from California and different places. And last winter was pretty mild. This one, not so much. And our first winter here was pretty mild too. So it's a change for people. But we need the snow. We need the rain, the water in the mountains. Okay, I probably put a little bit too much in there. So I do want to, this wasn't the best brush for this delicate thing right here, but I want it for the other one. We're just going to throw some color on there. Okay, now for this, I just kind of with this big brush, put some water on there. This is Pure Pizzazz I'm using. Yeah, let me get my flower out of the way. Now with the Dainty Delights dies, there's 16 different dies. And so that's pretty cool because you do get these pieces, which are not, if I remember correctly, there's no stamps like these, just a single stamp like these. So these are pretty cool to get this. Okay, and I'm gonna add some water to this. And let's see, I just want to give my stems a little bit. And get a few leaves, darken them up a little bit here and there. Not all leaves look alike. So just add some color where you want to. And make that a little bit darker right there. There we go. All right. So I need to, now you can wipe your lids out if you want to, or you can just let it dry. You know, okay, let me get a little bit more pink for this one right here. And then I'll show you. At Costco, I get these blue shop cloths, paper towels, and I love them for using in my stamping. My husband buys them for his workshop and what he does, but I like them for this. But see, you can just wipe them out like so if you want to. And I'm gonna do that because I have a class coming up soon, and I don't give them the ink pads to use. For my classes, what I give them is a tray, and we put an ink drop in there, and they work off of these instead. And that's just, that way everybody can be watercoloring at the same time. Okay, so we are done with these, and I just need the soft suede. I need to show you that one real quick. And I don't have my ink pad out, so I'm just going to put a drop of the soft suede in here. I'm going to move these guys out of the way and just let them dry. That's far enough away. And then we are going to put some water in here. And then these are the center. Now they have the dies, you can cut four at a time. You cut 4 at a time, you cut 2 circles. And then this other shape is kind of like a triangle, but I used it on my card and I really like this shape. So I do, I use both of these on the card. You know, just stick some color on there. It's a little bit more color. So, okay. No, that's a little bit too much. So, okay. So we'll let that. Okay, and I'll just wipe that out before I forget and just tip it over or something. All right, so I'll set these aside to dry. I'll get my lids on these real quick. I'll set those aside. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our card base in here. As I said, it's rich razzleberry. We're gonna fold it in half. just like so. And then we're going to put our designer series paper on, which is this piece right here. And I've already put tear and tape on the back. And I'm going to get my take your pick tool and get this in place. Try to get it fairly straight. Lately I haven't been doing that, but that's okay. At this. Okay, so the top's already down, so it will, if it's real crooked when you get that down, this is the time to take it off and redo it if you don't like it. And what I use to take my paper off is this undo. I get it on Amazon. It safely removes it. You just squeeze a little bit in there and run it up like so. It's wonderful. Because sometimes I'm not paying attention and I really get it on crooked. Or sometimes I build it on the designer series paper, or I have another card panel down here, and then I go to put it on my card base and I put it on upside down. So yes, I'm not going to stamp my inside at this point because I don't know who the card will be for, so I want to wait to put a greeting in there. So I'm just going to put my white piece of cardstock in here. Both the designer series paper and this piece are 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And after doing each of those sides separately, I do these last 2 sides together. And the take your pick tool is wonderful for getting them going. Okay, and you know, I just realized I did not give my greeting a swatch of color, and so we need to do that if we're going to put it on. So let me grab my watercolor painter and my pair of pizzazz. Now, you don't have to give this any color if you don't want to. I just like it. You know, I think I'm going to just go with this instead. I like these little trays. Okay. Add some water. Now, I don't want this too dark because it is my greeting, so I'm going to just hope it... yes, perfect. And you don't... Now, I stamped my greeting yesterday so that the ink would dry good. And you don't have to do the whole thing, just do some here and some there. I didn't do it all. Okay, so we'll let that dry. But the reason why I say stamp your greeting, you know, ahead of time is because here's one I did, and it had only sat for like 5 minutes or so, and you can see where the ink really smeared. So that's why I suggest that. So let me get this out of the way again. I apologize, I forgot that I didn't have it sitting with everything else, and that's why I did. Okay, so for the inside of the card, I cut a piece of designer series paper, and I believe it's 5/8. Yes, it is 5/8 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to stick this along this side right there. There we go. And I don't think, no, I didn't put any tear and tape on my fresh freesia, which goes on the front. Now you can put this at any spot you want to on your card. That is totally up to you. Get this up here. So I had done my first one with it more over towards the right-hand side. But let's see. Oops. Let's see. I like that flower right there. Let's see if I did that. I'll take this because I'd have to do my greeting or that way, or else I kind of put it in between the flowers there, I guess. So I could do that. For me, I don't like it right in the middle, or I could put it back over on this side again and have the same down there. You know, let's try it on the other side this time and see what it looks like. All put together. I'm just gonna make sure I leave enough room for, and I love that flower and I love that one too, so it's a hard decision. So I'm just gonna leave about that much room. There we go, that's pretty straight. All right, and now I'm gonna do my envelope while we're still waiting for that to dry. I know I could use my heat gun and dry everything, and it's almost dry except for the leaves, and that's the ones yeah, there's the green ink on me, but that's one I need. I know a lot of people glue their backs to their envelopes, but I find that makes it more stiff and everything. So I just tried taping it one day, and you know what? I loved it. I love the way it turned out. So I'm gonna, that is good. Okay, I had removed the tape from that one side. Make sure it's a little bit up high, but you know, I'll just pull it down a little bit when I stick it on the side, so it'll only be up high a little bit. Okay. Finish taking it off. Now what I do is I measure my envelope, I measure the flap, and I try to cut it. As you can see, I did cut it pretty good there, so that it I don't have to really trim the bottom of it. So I only have to trim my sides, so I grab my snips. I am not a fussy cut person, so I never get anything straight. And I quilt too, but you know, we have rulers and we got straight edges to cut, and so it's real easy to do. I get them straight. I don't on my cards. And isn't that pretty? And so I did not, and I did take a different, as you see, I took a different color piece of paper because I needed what I had here for my class. So I took a different piece and I really like it. I'm pleased with the way that turned out. I'm not stamping the front of my envelope. My inside is complete. When I know who it's going to, I'll put a greeting in there. Or I may leave it blank and just write something. So now we want to bring our pieces back. Let's see. That is still not dry. So I am going to have to use my heat gun for just a moment. So I got it out of the drawer. Let me... Okay, so I wind the cord up, and this time I got it really stuck in there. And I still haven't gained all my strength back from my surgery and my illness because I am still having some problems. So still a little bit weak. Okay, and I'm going to put this on high and just wrap this. And you don't have to get it as wet as I did. All right, we'll set that aside, and now we are gonna glue this onto the card. I bought all my green glue, and I just put dots on the leaves. And you don't have to do every one. I think I missed one. So, okay. Get my pick to get that up. And just set it down where you want it. There we go. I think that will be good, being it's down and glued. Okay, rub the glue off my fingers, and I have some more flowers over here. Let me grab those. Let me get rid of this. I'll just push everything on there so you can see better. Okay. Now for my flowers, I believe I used dimensionals too. I'm sorry, not dimensionals. I used glue dots to put my flowers on. One right up there. And I put one at the top first, and I put one at the bottom, just because I'm not real good at spacing unless I have something to look at. And now I'll put one in the middle. Which is right about there. And then this way I get them fairly even. And I know I have extra flowers, and that doesn't bother me because I will use them for another card or something. And one more. So I did 5 flowers. I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to wait to put that on. So I want to do, okay, and for my little brown dots, I just put, that was too much. You just want a little dot of glue in the middle of all of these. And I did too much on a couple of those. And then use the sticky end of your Take Your Pick tool. Okay, this is one I got a lot, so the glue is going to come out, but it will dry clear. Okay, I need to turn that over. Put that one up there. Let's see. That's another circle, so I'll put it right there. And then I need another triangle. And these are all different shades of the soft suede, which is pretty cool. Okay, now the reason why I waited to put on this other one is because I wanted to see where I'm going to do. Okay, I think I should probably put this in the middle. And then I'll just do it so it goes under the edge there. So I'll wait to put that on until I get this on. Oh, let me see. I'm going to need some mini dimensionals for this. I forgot I wasn't doing the big one there. Okay, so let's see. Oops. sticking to my sticky hand from the glue being on my hand. And right there. So, okay. Oh, my hands are so sticky from the glue. Sorry about that. So, remember that Celebrations in the new catalog, mini catalog, starts January 5th. And if you use the host code, remember to use the host code. It's on my webpage on the right-hand side always. And, oh, whoops, I put that up higher than what I had planned on for the flower. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this. I'm going to cut the end off a little bit. Use the host code on your order, and remember, with every $25 in merchandise you order through me, you get a bonus point. And once you reach 10 bonus points, you get a $25 gift certificate to you use towards your next order. And you place that order with me so that I can give you that credit on your order. I wanted dimensional. And you can earn your free celebration products at the same time. Now, if you place a $150 order, though, you want to just go ahead and place it and get the extra rewards that Stampin' Up! Gives with the $150 order. And you'll still get your bonus points. Okay. And I did not glue down the bottom of it, but it is underneath there. So there we go. Isn't that beautiful? I love the paper. I think you will like it too. The sheets are just gorgeous, all of them. And watercoloring is fun. And then you have the inside here to stamp the greeting of your desire. Remember, if you have a stamp, to stamp your name on it. And if you're going to resell it, make sure you use the small Stampin' Up! Stamp so that you're following the angel policy. And the limited edition stamp sets have some really great sayings to use on your card. Oh, we need some embellishments on this. Where's my embellishments? Here they are. Okay, here's the watercolor paper. You get 10 sheets of 5x7 with Stampin' Up! I love this. It's a really great watercolor paper. Okay, and then the embellishments are out of the catalog. And you know, I don't think we really need, oh, my hands are too sticky, because I have the dragonflies out of the new catalog. These here, in case you don't know the colors, Mango Melody, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, and they call this other one white. It's just a clear. But I know I used those on the other card, but I had a different, a bigger cutout for my saying, so it worked. But for this one, I want to use one of the new dragonflies on it. So we'll just take this and we will just put it by these flowers right here. That doesn't show up good enough right there, so let me grab this and let's put it right over here. Yes, I like that. Shows up much better on the fresh version. All right, there we go. And so there's our card. Our envelope was here a moment ago, so here it is right here. Here's the other card I made first. So you can see the difference in the two. I love them both. They're both great designs. And the envelope for the other one, I used this paper right here just to do something different. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for joining me today. And remember, my website is stampingwithbonnielynn.com. You'll find the printout directions there. You will find the measurements in the comments on the YouTube page underneath the video, but the printouts are on my webpage. Thank you very much and have a wonderful week. Bye.